He's been to 8 Final Fours in his career. The other 15 coaches left in the Sweet 16 have a combined total of 7 Final Fours. In other words, Coach Izzo's been around a long, long time. I thought I was able to outlast, all of these guys. Coach K is gone, and Roy Williams is gone, Boeheim is gone, and there you go. You won't leave, Tom. Congratulations. You've done it again.
Yeah, like a bad habit, man. I'm still here, Dan, but so are you. So I guess we're in this together.
Yeah, we shouldn't be surprised, but are you surprised that you're in the Sweet 16?
It's been a funny year. I like my team the whole year, and that doesn't normally happen. We had a bunch of injuries early. 2 starters were out for quite a while, and as we started getting one of them back, I said, this team, we got some experience. We got some guys that started playing well. Our guards, Hogart and Tyson Walker and Jaden Akins have really started to play well together. We started shooting it better. And so am I surprised? Not totally, but I thought the team we beat in Marquette was a really good team, really good, deserving where they were and where they were seated.
How do you coach in the tournament as opposed to how you coach during the regular season?
Well, most of our fans think I golf during the regular season and just kind of sit back and do nothing. And March comes and I start working or something. That is not true. I hate to tell you. But, I think one thing that we talked about as a team, we were a very good defensive team early, and we really, the last 3 weeks of the season, didn't play very well at all. And so we kind of recommitted to that and realized that not only at Michigan State, but in tournament play, look at the teams that were left. Marquette, great defensive team. Like in our area now, Kansas State's good. Tennessee's I think the best defensive team in the country. So defense still wins at this time of year.
You got Kansas State coming up Sweet 16 on Thursday. I started to look around with Boeheim. He said he felt relieved to step down, like there was just weight off his shoulder. He said I had to get motivated to go to practice. Coach K probably went through this. Boeheim talked about name, image, and likeness. Like, this has changed. How much has it changed, though, let's say in the last 10 years for you in coaching, recruiting, everything that goes into this?
Well, we've had segments. 10 years ago, it really changed because that was the birth of social media and Twitter, and that really created problems for coaches because not only do you take the abuse, but the players take the abuse, and then you have to help them navigate through all the problems. And then, 4 years ago, COVID, that affected everybody. But they're right. I think Jay Wright's in that group, and he's younger, but the NIL and the transfer policy has changed a lot of things, and not me personally, none for the better. And I think a lot of those guys felt the same way. And so I still love my job. I love going to work. I love going to practice. I'm a little questioning my profession right now. I think a lot of guys are, and I don't know what that's going to end up.
What do you mean? What do you mean you're questioning your profession?
Well, I don't like where the profession has gone. I don't like the rules, the changes. I don't think there's anything good about giving so much freedom to an 18-year-old that he can change jobs every hour on the hour. That's just my opinion. And I know that bothers some people, doesn't bother others, but I don't know what people are going to do that they aren't happy one day, they just leave. What are you going to do when you get a real job? You might do the same, but you might have a family to feed at that time. So I think it's created a problem, Dan, of accountability. And to be a real good team, there's got to be some accountability. And it's getting a little harder to do that, but I'm still hanging in there.
Is there a solution?
Well, I think we let it get out of control in the first place. Maybe there was some solution. I mean, I'm all for players getting some money, but I'm not all for players, where they say it can't be an enticement in recruiting. I mean, who's kidding who?
Yeah.
I'm also not out for players are spending more time now on their NIL stuff than they are on their game. So they can make a little bit of money now compared to becoming a pro and make a lot of money. So there's issues, but you know what? I just play by the rules that I'm given and try to do it the best I can do in my way. But I can't say that it's made it easier. In fact, it's made it more difficult. It's made it harder to coach guys. It's almost like we start managing them instead of coaching them. And the day that I got to just manage, I'm getting out.
But, okay, how much money is there for basketball players at Michigan State to divvy up?
Well, there's no real set amount of money, if you want the truth, at any of these schools. But
I thought there was a collective that would have, like, this is the amount of money for the kids this year. There's no cap.
That's there's no cap. So that's the problem. There's no cap. And, I wouldn't say that we're spending a ton of money on our players, but I would say that we're trying to take care of them the best we can within the rules, if there are any rules anymore. But, kids, I mean, you hear the rumors of the quarterbacks making $8 million and $3 million and guys making $500,000. I think there's a lot of rumors out there that aren't right. Or hell, you'd want to be a basketball or football player again if you could make that kind of money. But
like LeBron James's son,
yep,
is going to, like, what's he worth to a university?
Well, that's the other funny part. There's the collective, and then there's a guy like LeBron James's son. What is he worth in the social media world? That I have no idea, because I hate the social media, so I don't pay any attention to it. Don't have it, don't care about it, don't want to know about it, if you want the truth.
Are you recruiting LeBron James's son?
We did recruit him a little bit. I talked to LeBron about it at Draymond Green's wedding, if you want the truth. But I don't know now, come to think of it, I don't even know if I'm allowed to tell you that. So I'll probably get slapped. I might get fined, or maybe they'll suspend me from the NCAA tournament. So we'll just say that there's a player out west that I looked at.
You didn't say his name.
Yeah, you did. That's right.
Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah, thank you, Dan.
You're good. God. I got Steve Kerr in trouble when he was the GM of the Suns. And I joked about, hey, you interested in signing LeBron at the time? And he goes, yeah, we'll give him the mid-level exception or something. And he was joking. David Stern didn't think it was funny. And he fined Steve, I think, $25,000.
You didn't get me in that much trouble, so we'll see.
Hey, well, it's great to talk to you, and have fun on Thursday night. The voice doesn't sound as bad as I thought it was going to.
No, I'm doing good, Dan. I'm really...
You're not yelling as much. Is that what's going on?
No, I keep telling you every year, it's not the yelling. I don't yell anymore. That's illegal now. You'll get lawyers that sue you for yelling at your players. You don't understand the new rules, Dan. We just tell them, would you please guard somebody? Would you please pass it to the right guy? But what it is, in all honesty, is when you lose sleep, do you ever lose sleep? When you don't sleep, your voice goes.
Okay, have you ever had parents say, I don't like the way you yell at my son?
Of course.
And what do you say?
I say, what would you do if you skipped class 15 times in a month? I never get a good answer either, if you want the truth. It's all good. You know what? And all kidding aside, whatever the rules are, we'll abide by them. But I hope we don't lose a lot more good coaches because of this, because there's some really good people that are trying to help kids. And there's some other people that are trying to expose kids, if you ask me. And we'll find a happy medium. But right now, it's the NCAA tournament. We're in the Sweet 16. And I'm hoping I'm talking to you next week, because we're moving on. How's that?
Good to talk to you, Coach. Thanks for joining us.
Thanks, Dan.
That's Tom Izzo, Hall of Famer. He's been at Michigan State for 28 years.